Imagine you're out enjoying yourself, say in a club or a disco. Suddenly you notice something unusual. Flames are coming from a seat in a corner. They're quite small, not enough to cause much concern. Other people have noticed the flames and are standing around watching. Someone tries to put the fire out with an extinguisher, and you wonder whether he'll manage it. You notice that the flames are a bit bigger now, but the extinguisher must be having some effect. Or is it? Anyway, the flames aren't really threatening your safety, so you decide you may as well stay and watch the outcome. Suddenly, the whole thing changes. In a few seconds, the flames seem to be huge. They're so hot, you can't face them. There's so much smoke, you can't avoid breathing it, and you're almost helpless with coughing. Now, there's only one thing in your mind. I've got to get out. The lights go out, and several hundred people around you, many of them screaming and fighting for the exit, are blocking your own way out. A nightmare? Certainly. But this one actually happened. About 850 people were in the Stardust Club in Dublin. It was nearing the end of a disco dancing contest on St. Valentine's Day. Press cuttings containing survivors' experiences in the fire tell a story of terror and tragedy. About 800 people got out, over 100 of them badly injured, and 48 people died. When you read all the accounts, something else becomes apparent. The building was completely gutted, but in so short a time that it just wasn't possible to see why. Why had the fire happened so fast that it claimed the lives of so many people? There were many theories as to exactly what had happened, but when it came to hard facts, then accounts by survivors, some of them distraught and grief-stricken, were often conflicting and confusing. A tribunal of inquiry was set up by the Irish government to investigate the facts behind the fire. Amongst other things, they needed to know what could have caused the fire to spread so fast. They came here to the Fire Research Station at Boreham Wood in Hertfordshire for help. The people here have accumulated vast amounts of experience in looking into fires and have all the skills and facilities needed to find out what really happened. We're going to look at how FRS went about the job of putting together the anatomy of a fire.
Twisted metal and wires were hanging down from the ceiling, and the floor was covered with the debris of burnt material and shells of tables and chairs. In the west alcove, where the fire is stated to have started, steps had been provided to which seats covered with urethane foam and PVC covering material were fixed, and these were provided with tables in front. From a few remnants from the walls, it was possible to visualize the whole surface being covered with squares of carpet tiles. The building itself was of a substantial construction, consisting of block walls and a solid steel roof. It was protected with a suspended ceiling of mineral fiber tiles.
Over the edge.
Gas analysis was to be used to determine the products of combustion of the various materials in the fire and their quantities. By now, FRS had a pretty good idea what to expect from this fire, and they weren't disappointed. What you've just seen is about a minute and a half, with nothing removed, of what it must have been like for anyone still in the building after the fire was seen above seat level. Remember that the smoke and flames coming out of the test rig were from contents which were only a fraction of those in the original fire, and they would have been contained inside, making conditions even worse. Samples of gases taken at nose height inside the rig showed that death would have been very swift, and even diluted by 10 times as they might have been further away from the fire, they were still highly dangerous. Events happened so fast that we need to look at the film in slow motion to fully appreciate it. But it's all there to see. The spread of flame across the wall, then the spontaneous ignition of other seats as the fire leapt forward. But it wasn't only fast. This investigation showed that its mechanism was very complex. Standard tests alone could never have established what happened, because there were interactions between all the various components. A comprehensive look at these interactions was only possible by using the wide range of expertise at the Fire Research Station, their facilities for small and large-scale experiments, and their vast pool of knowledge from past research.